Scrappy friends, this is Hannah with you, and today I am sharing a layout in a series where I go back through and do the process videos for videos that I have made or layouts that I have made in the past. So this layout I made in the fall of 2019. So it's not way old, but I made this layout for one of the challenges in the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. Once a month, Christina has a scrap party in her group, which you have to be a member of, and you can play along with the challenges, and it's fun. And many times the challenges are super inspiring and get you to think differently about scrapbooking or about maybe doing something a little bit different. So this challenge that I am doing, I'm not even sure what the name of the challenge was, but I believe it was Christy's challenge. And basically there was pictures with some teacups on them and like china, and you had to pick one and then make a layout inspired by it. So the one that I had picked, which I don't have a picture of, I suppose I could go back and look for it and have put it in there, but I didn't, was that blue china that it reminds me of like early American history. So it's that blue china, and they usually have like some kind of thing like painted on there with the blue. So sometimes you'll see like a bay or, you know, like old houses. So it's very colonial feeling. I'm not sure if that's the time period in which it was like designed and stuff, but I know growing up we had a couple that were like that and stuff. So what I did was I made a circle and then used watercolor in that blue and just let it swirl around, and then I did that black on the outside was a charcoal pencil, and so that's what I did. I took the whole time explaining while I did that what I did. So as you can see, I just layered the colors and let them pool and kind of use my heat gun and then let it dry a little bit. And so I'm going to use this on the layout to, as part of the layers. So I also was picking colors, like pattern papers that match that like black, white, blue kind of feel to it. So yeah, so I'm going to take this circle that I created and I am going to sew it on. Not very neatly, but that's okay. That's the joy of sewing sometimes on your layouts, is it never turns out perfect, and that makes it awesome. So I just use that branding strip as like just a place to start off. And so I am adding just a little bit of glue on the center, but if you add too much, you can see it's not very, but it doesn't look too bad. But that wood grain just kind of, it looks a little sad on the one side, but that's okay. Once it sits in the album and with layouts on it, it'll be fine. So this picture that I am using to scrap is a picture that I took when I went to Leavenworth with some ladies from my church. So Leavenworth, Washington is a town that is all, or more, at least downtown is all in like that German, it's a German town. So it's super cute down there. And I went in the fall time, and so it was really beautiful with the colors and the mountains. And so, and it was a little overcast. And so with that, with the air, being overcast and wet, you get a lot of like fog, and it just had that blue tinge to it. And so, yeah, so this picture was perfect for that. I actually have more pictures that I need to find where they are, because I don't think I've scrapbooked all of them. And now looking at this, so if you didn't notice while I was talking, I actually dropped a piece of my pattern paper that had glue on it, or tape, and it got on my photo. So I had to reprint the photo because I started smudging it and it made it worse. So, because I had black on my hand. That's okay. So now I'm just working on layers again. I did build that layer cluster up at the top. Some of that paper was from stuff that I had cut out, and so it's like a weird shape, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is corrugated paper. I really liked that I added this because it added a layer of texture that really kind of, I think, brings out the texture in the watercolor. And I really had to dig through my papers to look for like blue and white papers. Like, I tried to go really all out. I had fun with this challenge. I wasn't sure, like at first I was like, oh, there's just a whole bunch of teacups. But this is the fun thing about these kinds of challenges, is you might not necessarily think it's going to be very inspiring, but then you start thinking about it and like, how can I turn what I see here and use that as a starting off point to make a layout. So I just had really fun, and I found some papers. I think there was some Pink Paisley, there was some Dear Lizzie, Maggie Holmes, and so I was able to find some stuff that really went well. Here I'm lifting up stuff because I'm going to add another layer. And I like how up at the top it's kind of ripped up and like some layers, but then I have the layers behind my photo that are really blockier, and so it like balances with the messiness, you know, with the structure. And I really feel like that turned out so well. I almost though wish that I had maybe taken that circle and just cut like the teeniest edge off of it and put it a little bit more over or something. I think that could have looked a little bit better, but that's okay. You know, that's kind of how it works sometimes. You know, you look back at these things and you see it and you're like, oh, maybe if I moved it over a little bit and that strip was going off the paper too, because then I could have maybe moved, I don't know. I mean, it's fine, right? And I really like how this turned out because this was a really fun layout. I believe I'm looking through that, I think it's a Maggie Holmes book that has like all the different stickers in it. That sticker book, it has like 50 million stickers from like a whole bunch of different collections. And that had some stuff. And I even found some ephemera too that matched the blue color. So it was really fun. I don't always like look for color coordinated papers all the time. Like sometimes I will use like a collection that has similar colors, but I won't always just pick out those colors and go, oh, you know. I used to do that a lot more, but I don't do it as often now. And so also in the Maggie Holmes, there was, I think that's Maggie Holmes, there was that frame. And sometimes I have a hard time with frames because, like, come on, like I don't really want to use a frame like a frame. But it had this pattern that was really similar to some of the patterns on the buildings in Leavenworth. And because it's that European design, it just has lots of flourishes and stuff. So it really went well with that. And even that blue card that has a flower, it's very European feeling. So, and I cut off the bottom part of that frame. I don't know if you noticed that. And I put it underneath the photo. So it kind of brings that bottom half down there. And I just tried to find lots of little things that had the colors that I was wanting, and it was a really fun challenge. And now you guys get to see me do it, even though I did it in the fall time. And so I found some these navy blue alphas and those chickenity yellow ochre ones. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I still have those. Those are from a Scraptastic kit, guys. I've had these for years and years and years. Of course, not maybe as long as some stuff people have had, but I mean, Scraptastic hasn't even been, they closed so many years ago. So the name of this layout is going to be Breathtaking. I'm going to put breath in that ochre color. It's just really pretty. And then taking in that navy blue. I want to say those blue ones were from Hib Kit, but I could be wrong. They're probably not Pink Paisley, Pink Fresh Studio. There we go. One of those pinks. So I'm just about done with this. You're going to see like tons of like angles. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys have been enjoying me going back in time and showing stuff that either I haven't really shared or things that that I made. And I did just share the photo with you guys. So I will see you guys later and have a great week.